start that. Let's start with grammar. We're going to turn to page 55 in your grammar books. Page 55. 55. Okay. And by the way, I have Valentina and Kylie signed up for summer school, but is Harmony interested in doing summer school? Or
Yeah.
Oh, you
No,
are? Okay.
yeah. I just wasn't sure about the time, so I was kind of like waiting to figure out what summer kind of looked like.
That's right. Yeah.
It'll probably be the same. The 2 to 3 probably works better.
Okay. Yeah, you can just let me know. I forgot you,
Okay.
you would tell me that. So I'll just, I'll hold a spot for her, but you can tell me what time. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we'll just keep going, basically was my plan for this group, because I know you guys started mid-year. So
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
yeah. Alrighty. So we're talking about verbs today. And you already know that a verb is an action word. It's telling what something or someone is doing. So it says a verb shows action, links the subject to another word, or helps another verb. So there's 3 types of verbs, okay? There's the action verb, that's the one you know the best. And then there's the helping verb, and we talked about that. I think we talked about that. Maybe we haven't talked about helping yet. I know it says here in week 9, we learned about action verbs. And then this week, we're going to learn about linking verbs. I think helping verbs are coming. So forget what I said about that. So action verbs, and now we're learning linking verbs. A linking verb links the subject to a noun or an adjective. Every verb has a subject. And that's true because if you have an action, somebody's got to be doing the action, right? Or something has to be doing the action. The subject and verb, SV, belong together. The words below are linking verbs. Okay, here's a big list. All these bold words right here. These are the linking verbs. It says am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, seem, become, appear, grow, remain, taste, sound, smell, feel, and look. Did you notice something about that last group of words right here? Taste, sound, smell, feel, look. Kylie, what do you notice about those words?
Our 5 senses.
Yes, those are our 5 senses. Very good. Our sense of taste or sound, which is like hearing, and then smell and touch, feel, and how something looks. So yes, those are the 5 senses. So these are actually linking verbs that connect subjects and other words in the sentence. So they link the subject to a noun, basically, or an adjective. Okay, so what you're going to do is find it. Find the linking verb in the sentence. So find that first. And then to find the subject, you ask who or what is doing that verb, basically. So you find the verb, and then you ask who or what is doing that verb. You're going to write V above each verb and S above each subject. Here's your example right here. The princess was a thief. The princess was a thief. And the verb here is was. This is a linking verb. So it's linking the word princess to another noun, which is thief. And thief, you probably already know, is somebody who steals something, right? So she is stealing something. And that's not good. You shouldn't steal, right? The princess was a thief. So the princess is the subject. Was is the linking verb. This example here says the fruit tasted delicious. Okay, so the verb here is tasted. That's a linking verb. And then the subject is the fruit. So that linking verb connects it to this adjective. It tells how the fruit tasted, right? It's telling how. So the fruit tasted delicious. That's how you would label it in this book. S for subject fruit, V for the linking verb tasted. Okay. When a noun follows a linking verb, it renames the subject. In the first sentence above, the linking verb was links the subject princess to a noun thief. The noun thief follows the linking verb and renames the subject princess. So here it's saying that she is a thief or she was a thief. So that means princess and thief, they're talking about the same person. When an adjective follows the linking verb, it describes the subject. It describes the subject, okay? It doesn't rename it, it describes it. So in the second sentence above, the linking verb tasted links the subject fruit to the adjective delicious. The adjective delicious follows the linking verb and describes the subject fruit. What kind of fruit? Delicious fruit. Down at the very bottom of this page, there's a handy dandy little list for you to refer back to. Now, if you have a Post-it note, that's what I recommend doing. Here's my note. So here's the sticky part on the bottom. And I put linking verbs at the top here. I put this here because it just helps me get to this page quickly. You can use a small Post-it note if you like the smaller ones better. And you can see I put a bunch of them up here. That's how I mark up my book. But yeah, if you have one of those, then you can stick it above the page like this. And then when you're doing your homework this week, it'll be easy to turn back to this page. And this is a quick reference for you at the bottom, and it lists those linking verbs right here. When you label your verbs with a V, you're going to label your action verbs and your linking verbs the same. You're just going to use a V for that. Even though this is linking verbs and then the other one is action verbs. All right. Do you girls have any questions about this page that we just talked about? No? Okay. Harmony? No? Okay, good. Let's turn to the practice page. Okay. Let's see. Harmony, would you mind reading the sentence today? There's two sentences, actually.
Wait, there you go. Go ahead.
She sewed a bag. Her bag looked similar to the bag which the soldier owned.
Good. And this one does look like sewed, but this word is actually sewed. So she sewed a bag. And that's one of those weird words in English that doesn't really follow the rules because EW does usually say ooh, Harmony. So you were right about that. But this word is sewed. Do you know what it means, Harmony, to sew something? You know what that means?
You know what that is? To sew something?
Sewed.
Do you know what it means to sew?
Yes or
Like,
no?
Yes.
like if I told you I sewed a new shirt, do you know what that means? Can you tell us what it means?
What did
Make.
She meant a.
Oh, knit. Is that what she said? Knit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I thought she said
So-
made, but
I thought so too, but either way, you're pretty close. So she made it. So it's putting fabric together. And have you ever seen like, or used a needle and thread or a sewing machine before? Ever done that before?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So you know, when you go in and out, in and out of the material with your needle and thread, that means to sew something together.
So, yeah.
Good. Yes, that's right, Harmony. Good job. And Kylie, were you gonna say something? Because I saw you step out for a second, but did you want to tell me something?
Yeah. My pencil fell.
Oh, okay.
We also sewed this.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You can see the stitches on there.
Yeah.
That's super cute. Do you take a sewing class?
No, I sewed this by myself.
Oh my goodness, how cute. I think sewing is fun. I like to sew curtains. That's something I enjoy because you can really have fun changing the room to, if you sew some curtains or some pillows for the couch or something like that. So that's something I enjoy doing. But learning to sew is kind of hard. It's a skill. So if you ever get a chance to learn how to sew, I think that would be a good thing. All right. So now that we know what sewed means, we're going to put a check here. And then you girls know what to do here. We'll just write these in. And go ahead and find them. There's 3 of them. You're looking for a, an, or the, and go ahead and label them on your page. Once you find them, you can put a check mark by that.
Hey, you like my earrings?
I can't really see them. What are they? Oh, little hearts?
No.
Oh, yeah, those are fancy. Super cute. Okay. Kylie, we are going to look for 4 nouns. Can you tell me where the nouns are?
Yes. Bag, 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 soldier.
Wow, that was quick. You're right. Bag, bag, bag. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
That you can put stuff in.
Hey, look at my bag.
Look at my bag. All right. And then once Harmony has that labeled, Harmony, I'm going to ask you, where is the pronoun? We only have one. See if you can find the pronoun. That's a word like he or she or they.
She.
Yes, you got it right here. Good job. And then since that was pretty quick, I'm going to have you do the next one too, Harmony. Can you find 2 adjectives? So these words are going to describe a noun. So there's 2 adjectives in here in these sentences. I can give you a clue if you need a clue.
Look for the adjectives. You're looking for 2 adjectives.
2 adjectives.
So right here, you see this noun bag, this one here. If you ask yourself, whose bag? What word do you see there? Whose bag is it?
Her.
Her, yes. So this one is actually an adjective, ADJ. And then this word bag, if you ask yourself which one or what kind, looking before it, what word would describe like which bag?
Similar.
Similar. There you go. Good. Because that's describing the bag. It looked similar. Very good. Okay. So here's a little trick for you girls too. Well, there's one prepositional phrase, but I'm going to skip that because that's the hardest one to find. So we're going to, Kylie?
I already found it.
You did? Okay, so hold on a second. I'll come back to you for that, okay? But normally, if you struggle with it, it sounds like you got it, Kylie, but if you struggle with it, it's one of those that you can wait till the end for it, and then it makes it a little easier. So let me ask Kylie, and then I'll come back to you for the prepositional phrase too, but Where is the who, which clause? Do you know where that is, Kylie?
It's at the bottom, starting with which and end at owned.
Yes, which the soldier owned. It starts with which, and we're gonna label this W/W like that.
Okay.
Good job. And then I'm gonna have Harmony do the subject verb pairs. So we'll start with the verbs, okay, Harmony? And those words are the action words or the linking words, but we'll start with action.
Yes.
Which one of these words shows action?
Which one shows action?
Should. So.
Sewed, good.
Back.
So what is it? It's your verb, so mark it. Where's another verb?
Looked.
Good, yes, looked. And there's one more. This one might be a little tricky.
Where's your last verb?
It's in,
Owned.
did she say owned?
Owned.
Oh, there you go, good. Yes, excellent. Now, Harmony, looking at those verbs, then you can ask, who sewed? Who sewed the bag?
She's.
She sewed. So that is the subject. You can put an S above that pronoun. And then looking at this one, looked. What was it that looked similar?
Looked similar.
Yeah, what looked similar to that bag?
Bag.
Good, yes, excellent. So put an S for subject above that noun. And then there's one more in the which clause right here. Look at the word owned, that's the verb, and then ask yourself, who owned?
Soldier.
Yes, you got it. All right, now back to Kylie. Tell us what the prepositional phrase is.
To that is after similar and
Okay.
ends at bag.
So to the bag. Very good. You are correct. And the reason why it helps sometimes, you already knew the answer, but if you do all the other ones first, you'll see that to doesn't have a label yet, right? But everything else has something above it. But to is left. So that's just a clue that that's probably the prepositional phrase. But you were right, Kylie. Good job. And now we've got two capitals. So Harmony, what's one word that we need capitalized? Where do we need to put a capital letter?
Tell her what letter.
She.
Good.
S.
Yes. So the S and she. And then Kylie, where's the other capital letter?
So her after the period.
Yes. Good job. And then the end mark, that's pretty easy. That's the period at the end. There you go. Good job, girls. Okay, I'll give you a minute to write that down. And you already wrote it, Kylie? I had a sinking feeling. Did you do it before class or did you do it just now?
No, I did it just now.
You're just quick. That's good. You can relax for a minute. We'll wait for Harmony to get hers down and then we'll move on. Good job.
I have been writing down what are it's sloppy, but this is what I used to write down so I don't forget.
You made yourself a little note about something? That's good.
What to do for homework.
Good. I think that's a really good idea. That's good practice for you. Did you finish, Harmony? Okay, good. I see that thumbs up. Good job. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the grammar book aside. And now we're going to get into our binder. And you should have these pages already in the front of your binder. You remember we're on week 5, which is called camels. We started this last week. And I want you to look for this page right here. This is page 43. It should be with your stuff at the front of your binder. Give me a thumbs up if you have this page. Good. Yay. Okay, good. So on this page, we're going to talk about the who, which clause, because that is something new now that you have on your dress up list. Now when you write your stories, you're going to include a who, which clause. And we've talked about it in our grammar book. So it's kind of cool how you already know about those and you know how to find those in the grammar. But now we're going to actually start writing our own who, which clauses in your stories that you write. So this is basically a practice page for you. And we're going to practice taking 2 sentences and turning them into one sentence using either who or which. But I want you to take a little note on here first, okay? At the very top, I want you to put the word who and then a little dash like that. Just write WHO and then a dash. And then I want you to put people or pets. People or pets is what it says. So that basically is a little note for you to know when you use the word who, you're referring to people or pets. And then underneath that, I want you to put the word which. And then I want you to put things or animals. Now you might be thinking, well, a pet is an animal, and that's true. But I'm talking about other animals like tiger, yeah, like any kind of an animal that's just acting like an animal. Like if you go to Africa and you're on a safari and you see a giraffe and you're talking about what the giraffe is eating, you would use the word which. But if you're talking about your little doggy or your cat or a pet that you have at home, you can use the word who, because it kind of gives them a little personality, right? Because we know our pets are pretty special. But an animal that's just being an animal, like a squirrel or a bird or something like that, those usually we use the word which. So those are the 2 times you use who or which. So looking here at number 1, and it says combine these statements using the word who or which. It says Annabelle made a cake. It pleased her siblings. So those are 2 sentences that we're going to put together. Now, notice at the end of this sentence, we have the word cake, and that is a thing, right? And then after that, it says it. That's talking about the cake. It pleased her siblings. Annabelle made a cake. It pleased her siblings. So since we're talking about a thing, I'm going to use that word which. So now I'm going to rewrite this and put Annabelle made a cake. And then I'm going to put a comma, and now I'm going to combine these sentences and say, which pleased her siblings. By the way, you know what siblings are?
Yes. Which is her like little brothers or sisters.
Yes, siblings are brothers and sisters. Very good. So notice how I took 2 sentences and now I made it into one. Annabelle made a cake which pleased her siblings. And the reason why I chose that word which is because we're talking about the cake. So here's a little trick with the who, which clauses. They always go right after the noun that you're talking about. So in this sentence, the noun is cake. Right after cake comes the word which. Now, if you're talking about a person, right after the person's name, you would use the word who. Okay, but basically this is how you set up a who, which clause. And sometimes you're going to find out later that sometimes the who, which clause is in the middle of a sentence. This one's at the end of the sentence. Okay, looking at the next one, Joe ate too much pizza. Uh-oh. Has that ever happened to you guys before?
No.
No, it's happened to me. It's so good I didn't stop, and it was like, ooh, yeah, my tummy, it doesn't feel good when you eat too much, right? Joe ate too much pizza. He got sick. Okay, how can I put those two together with either who or which? Kylie, do you have an idea?
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your idea?
Oh, Joe ate too much pizza. Who got him sick? Wait, what?
Try it again. You caught yourself.
Which got him sick?
There you go. So write that on the first line. Joe ate too much pizza, comma, which made him sick. Harmony, are you going to write this down later? Is that better for you guys? Okay, I see that thumbs up. That's fine. Now, there is another way. There's another line here, and there's another way you can say this. Can you try that again, Kylie, with using the word who? And you can move it around a little bit.
He ate too much pizza. Who got Joe sick?
Okay, you're thinking, you're not quite there yet, but let me help you. Put the word Joe again. And now put a comma and put who.
Joe ate too much pizza. Got him sick.
Yes. Actually, it would just be got sick. So notice how we can rearrange that sentence a little bit. Now we can say Joe, who ate too much pizza, got sick. So you're going to see that there's two ways of writing these sentences with who and which. And remember, when we're talking about Joe, that's a person, right? And when we're talking about people, we use who. So Joe, who ate too much pizza, got sick. All right, so let's see if Harmony can do the next one. It says, my mother is a piano teacher. She cares greatly for her students. Now, with this one, you can decide how you want to say it using the word who somewhere in these two sentences and combining them into one.
Put them together. Go.
My mother is a piano teacher who cares greatly for her students.
Excellent. Yes, good, Harmony.
Good job, sweetie.
My mother is a piano teacher, and this is where we put who, because we're talking about a teacher and that's a person, right? So we use who cares greatly for her students. There's another way you could say this. You could say, my mother, who is a piano teacher, cares greatly for her students. That's another way to say it.
Which love piano.
Yeah. So remember, if you put who here, you're talking about the mother, and that's a person, so that's why you would use who. But remember, you're looking for those nouns, and then right after that noun is where you put who or which. So my mother, who is a piano teacher, cares greatly for her students. That's another way to say it. All right, so let's go back to Kylie on this one. Picasso, that's a famous artist, right? Famous painter. Picasso was a painter. His paintings now sell for millions of dollars.
Darn
How
it.
do you combine
I
those?
probably find one.
Yeah.
I worked hard. Picasso was a painter.
Picasso.
Okay, but I'm just kidding. Picasso was a painter which his paintings now sell for millions of dollars.
That was super, super close because I heard you say who, which is close, really close. In this sentence, you would also use whose. I forgot to tell you that, so that was my fault.
Picasso was a painter whose paintings now sell for millions of dollars.
There you go. Picasso was a painter whose, that is another option, whose paintings
First of all,
now sell for millions of dollars. If you change that, I wonder if maybe, what's another way you could say that? Picasso, maybe if you
Picasso was a painter which his paintings now sell for millions of dollars.
No, try this. Say Picasso and then use the word who.
Picasso, who was a painter, now. Oh.
This is a tricky one. I totally tricked you. And I messed up on that. So I don't blame you for being confused. Here's another option. Picasso painted paintings which now sell for millions of dollars. So we could switch things around like that a little bit to use the word which. But that was tricky. I'm sorry, I put you on the spot, Kylie. Picasso painted paintings which now sell for millions of dollars. Okay, let's go to the last one here. Let me go on to Harmony. I work hard to earn money. I am saving for a jet ski. See if you can combine those with who or which.
I work hard to earn money, which I am saving for jet ski.
Yes, you got it. Very good. So you used which because we're talking about money here. I work hard to earn money, which I am saving, because we're talking about the money, for a jet ski. You know what a jet ski is? Have you ever seen those before? They're kind of like a motorcycle shape with a hand, with the where you grab the bars and you have the gas and everything there, but you sit on it kind of like a motorcycle. But where does it go, Kylie?
On the snow.
Oh, that would be like a snowmobile. So a jet ski actually goes on.
Oh yes, I rode one on the lake.
Oh yeah, you can do it on the lake. That's cool. I've never done it before, but they look pretty fun.
Yeah, I've been on the lake with one.
Oh, cool. Was it fun? Or was it scary? Kind of both. I've never ridden a jet ski before, but some people even do it. They ride it on the ocean. and the waves are like around the waves and stuff. So a jet ski is basically like a motorcycle for the water. It's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then down here, it says indicate if the following are complete, we'll mark it with a C, or incomplete with an I in these sentences, because there is something you need to be aware of. Whenever you use who or which, you got to be careful to make sure it's a complete sentence. Look at number 1. I have a special pen, which I use for writing poetry. Does that sound complete?
Yes.
Yes, complete. C for complete. Number 2 says, my father, who loves hiking and hunting. It feels like there should be more after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
My father, who loves hiking and hunting, hiked to the top of Mount Whitney or something like that. It seems like there needs to be more on the other side of that. It needs another verb. So this one is incomplete. We'll put an I there.
Curly hair.
And then the last one, I met a man who said he could eat a horse. What?
Ooh.
I don't think literally. That's a
But
saying. That's how hungry he is.
it's an exaggeration.
Yeah, there you go, Kylie. And it's, he's just really hungry. So he feels like he could eat something big.
Anything.
Anything. Is that complete or incomplete?
Complete.
Complete. Okay, good.
I'm smart. No, I'm just kidding.
You both are smart.
Lord, I ate so many Smarties now. I'm good. I did it. My goal
All
is
right,
done.
we got done with that page. That was good practice. So you can look back on this page when you're writing your story and remember how we did that with the who and which clauses, because now you're going to start using these in your writing, like I said. So the reason why we're adding this is because when you put in a who or which clause, it adds style to your writing. It makes it more interesting for somebody to read. So that's why we're learning how to do this. All right. Now, remember our story. Well, I call it a story, but really it is
Fact.
an
Biography.
article, this one right here about camels.
Mhm.
Go ahead and get that out. This is page 41 about camels.
I don't want to read it anymore.
Last week, we started, I'm going to show you this. I know you guys already did this, but we started our keyword outline because remember this is a new article that has 2 paragraphs now. So now we're using Roman numerals to label our paragraphs. So we have Roman numeral 1, and then you should have finished this for your homework. Give me a thumbs up if you finished your keyword outline for number 1. Good. I see 2 thumbs up. And now today we're going to start working on Roman numeral 2, which is the second paragraph of this article. So we're going to move down here to the second paragraph. Now, the way to tell where it begins is where you see an indent right here. See that little space before that word humans? That tells us this is a new paragraph. So for our Roman numeral 2, we're going to focus on this paragraph to write it down. Go ahead, Kylie, do you have a question?
Is it okay if we do our paragraphs real quick? Like read the keyword outline real quick?
Let's see if we have time at the end, because I really want to help you get going on this Roman numeral 2, but if we have time at the end, definitely, I do want to hear that. Okay, but did you write your paragraph or just the keyword outline?
No.
Okay, so you want to practice saying the keyword outline. We'll see if we have time for that. All right, so starting here where it says humans, and we're still doing the same thing where we pick 3 keywords, and then you can use some things for free. You remember what those are that you can use for free? Let's see if Harmony knows one of them. So we do 3 keywords, but there's some things you can put on your on your outline for free. Do you remember, Harmony?
Numbers.
See that one?
Numbers.
Okay, there you go. Good. So you can use numbers, and then you don't, when I say for free, I just mean you don't have to count those, right?
For free?
What, yeah, for free. That's from a movie, huh?
Yeah, it's from like the Dream thing.
Is it
And
the
they tell
Gumballs?
stories.
What is it called? It has Adam Sandler in it.
Yeah, they tell stories and then the kids' parts come true, like raining gumballs.
Yes. I
And-
forgot the name
and
of
he
that one.
And he thought that his part would come true. So he's like, do I get a Red Safari for free?
For free? That's pretty good, Kylie. Okay, so we can do numbers for free. What else can we do for free on our keyword
Symbols
outline?
for free. No,
Symbols for free?
Abbreviations.
Good. And Harmony said abbreviations. That's right. Very good. Okay. So now looking at the first sentence here, humans have used camels for millennia. Remember, we talked about that word millennia means thousands of years, right? Okay. So now that's a short sentence. It makes it kind of nice. I think that one will be easy to pick our words for.
Camels, millennia.
Yeah, so let's go with that, Kylie. And I'm going to put this here. So humans,
Camels, millennia.
camels. Actually, I wonder if we should put humans. Let's think about this. Humans. I'm kind of thinking we need the word used. Maybe we could put used. And then how about a symbol for camels? What if we did a C and a circle around it?
With the circle. We've already used that one.
We can do that.
That one's camels. We've already used that.
Camels. And then I do like that word millennia.
So there we go. Write it down.
Millennia. And to help you, if you need to circle this one up here where we have camels, that can help you remember that's a symbol
Good
for
job remembering to
camels.
go up to number 2. Started with the Roman numbers.
So we've got humans. I'm thinking used is important because if we just had camels, if we had humans, camels, millennia, we might forget what that was about. But we can, now we know humans used camels for millennia. That'll help us remember. Okay. Give me a thumbs up when you guys got that down. Good. I'll give you a minute. I'm going to have, since you did that one, Kylie, I'm going to have Harmony, when she's ready, do the next sentence. And she could help us come up with some keywords. But you can look ahead, Kylie, and keep it inside your head. And we'll see if she picks the same words you do.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good.
Okay, here's your next sentence.
All right, so this one's for Harmony, and it's right here, starting with that word they. So they have mainly been trained as pack animals, but also for racing and warfare. So now we got to figure out what are we going to put for our keyword outline for that sentence.
Nothing. No, just kidding.
Which one?
Harmony's thinking, let her think.
Imagination.
Trained?
Let Harmony think.
Racing and what?
How are we going to remember that? Let's see.
Pack animals. Put underline pack animals. We'll draw a picture for them. Okay, no. Tell the teacher what words you picked. Tell her. Tell the teacher what words you picked. Look, you picked.
Trained, pack animals, racing, warfare.
Okay, good. And how did you draw any pictures in there?
Draw a picture.
Or
we'll draw a
symbols?
picture for pack animal.
Pack animal.
We
Yeah.
want a picture for pack animal. Maybe we could draw a backpack or something.
Oh, there you go. I don't know how to
Excuse
draw a
me?
backpack, but that's a good idea.
I have an idea.
What are you
What's
drawing?
your idea, Kylie?
We can like make one of those like signs that they use and put race on it, and then use like one of those like little checkers
What's that a picture of?
for like race.
Oh, for race. Oh, okay. So Kylie's got an idea. We could use a symbol for race,
We could use this one for racing.
racing, maybe like a checker flag. That's a good one.
We do a checkered flag for racing.
So we could do trained, and we could do, could we remember pack? If we just put pack, can remember that they're pack animals?
Do you remember that?
And then a symbol for racing, and then warfare. And you know, really,
Warfare.
Warfare.
Do it.
got it? Okay. I was just going to say too, that sometimes there's so much information in one sentence, it's kind of hard to get it all. So just so you girls know, you don't have to have all of the information. It's okay to, you know, if you just wanted to say like trained,
Pack.
racing, warfare, that would be okay too. So just so you know, if you ever come across a sentence like this that has a lot of keywords in it, and it's hard to draw and all that, so just know for next time. So it sounds like we're going to go for trained. And did you guys, well, you can do it your own way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say pack. And then I'm going to draw, I like the checkered flag idea. Let's see if I can draw that.
And warfare. Like warfare.
Yeah. Like my checkered flag, a big checkered flag.
Oh, yeah, yours came out pretty good. I'm having a hard time because my pen is too thick.
I like it.
Racing, and then warfare. And we talked about, I'm pretty sure we talked about warfare, but I'm just gonna see what Google says about that. So warfare, you can hear that word war in there, and it's basically, it says engagement in or the activities involved in war or conflict. So I'm pretty sure they used these camels to help bring whatever they needed during wartime too. So that's what warfare is. It just basically means during the wartime. Okay. Now we're moving on to this number 2, but really it's going to be the third sentence, because remember, now we're using Roman numerals to count as that first sentence. So we have the first sentence, we have the second sentence. So technically now we're on to the third sentence. So I'm going to go back to Kylie on that. And yours starts right here. They can be they can be taught to pull plows and carts.
Okay. So they can be taught to pull plows and carts. Taught.
Okay.
Ooh.
You know what a plow is? By the
Pull plows, and we can draw a picture of a cart.
And draw a
What's
picture of a cart.
Yeah, what's a cart?
So you probably know what a shopping cart is, right? When you go to the store, it's like that, but it's what you can put behind a camel, and they can pull it and it carries stuff. It's like a wagon, almost like that. And then do you know what a plow is?
Like a grass plow, like you plow the grass.
Oh, you're thinking like mow the grass?
Yeah.
It's different than mowing the grass. A plow is, this is before machines, because now we have tractors that do this, but a plow is, maybe I could pull up a picture for you really quick. A
It's just
plow is what makes like a ditch, which is a long hole in the dirt for you to put seeds in. That's what it does. The plow moves the dirt out of the way so you can plant seeds.
Okay.
So let me show you if I can pull up a quick picture here.
I think I know.
Yeah, you might have seen him before, but in the olden days, a lot of times a horse would pull it or a donkey, but I guess the camels did too.
I got a question.
Hold on,
Real
can
quick.
you see that in the picture?
Yeah, I can see it.
And you would
Yes.
hook the actual camel right here where these long parts come out, and then they would pull that, and then it would move the dirt out of the way so they could plant their seeds.
Okay.
Okay, what's your question?
My question was, you did say yesterday that you might choose your dogs.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, at the very end, they're probably sleeping, but I'll try to get them to come in here.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so back to this. What do you think, Kylie? What do you think we should put for that sentence?
I think we should put train. I mean taught.
Yes.
And then cross somebody like trying to pull something. Plows and carts.
What if we did like an arrow? Could that help us remember? Plow. I wouldn't know how to draw somebody pulling something.
I can.
Yeah, that would be, is it plows? Oh, it is with an S. Tot, pull, plows, carts. That's what I would do, but if you girls have a different idea, you can make this your own, okay? All right, and so what we're gonna do now is pause right there because we're already quickly running out of time. So this week, I want you to just look at Roman numeral 1 up here. And what you're going to do is turn these into sentences. So you're going to start working on your report about camels using your keywords and then retelling or rewriting the story in your own words, but using your keywords here, okay? So you're going to turn this into a paragraph. So let me ask you this. Let me see if Harmony knows. How many sentences would this make? How many sentences? If I were to write all these in a sentence, how many sentences is that? Don't tell her, Kylie. Let's see if Harmony knows.
10.
Yes, good. So you got to count this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's one more than 9, right? So we are going to make 10 sentences. So your paragraph is going to have 10 sentences. You're going to wait on this, okay? We're going to finish this next week. I just don't want to give you too much to do because writing that paragraph is going to take a lot of time for you to do. Now, I want you to take a peek at the checklist. This is on page 45. And I want you to notice a couple of things here, especially right here where it says dress ups. You have your ly adverb. Yes, you have 2 things now, and the who, which clause. So you're going to need to figure out where are you going to put your who, which clause. Now, if you're talking about the camel, you're going to use the word which, because a camel is just a regular animal. It's not a pet per se. It's a regular animal. And so you can use which when you're talking about the camel, or if you're talking about maybe the plow or something from up here, if you're talking about that it's called a dromedary. You can say which is called a dromedary or something like that. So now you're going to put one ly adverb and one who, which clause in your paragraph. Now, here's the thing about underlining. Only underline who or which. Do not underline the whole clause. Okay, so you're just going to underline either the word who or which in your sentence. Now, you can have more than one in your paragraph. If you really like writing who, which clauses and you want to have a couple of them, that's fine, but you only need to underline one. So you'll see the note right here, underline one of each. So you're going to underline one ly word and underline either who or which that you use in the paragraph, just one of them. And don't worry about the new title yet, because that's going to be after we're done with the second paragraph. This week, you're only writing the first paragraph. You can leave this just like that, and we'll come back and work on that again next week.
Okay.
Okay. You guys have any questions about homework?
No.
No questions? You're good? Are you good, Harmony? Give me a thumbs up if you're good. Okay, good. Well, let me see if I can get my doggies to come in here. Give me the doggies. Murphy. Come here, Murphy. She's like, what? Am I in trouble? All right, let me take this off share.
He's so cute. Which one is that?
She's my little dog. This is Murphy. She feels a little weird. She's like, what am I doing up here? Her ears-
Hello, buddy.
She's super fluffy. That's Murphy. And then my other dog, oh, and she's kind of heavy, actually. She's a little
She's growing up.
fluffy. I might have to see her.
Aw.
Cassie, look up here. She's big. I can't even pick her up. She's a Rottweiler Lab mix. Cassie, you guys see her? Cassie, she's wagging her tail. She's my big dog. She helps me with the goats if they get out, and sometimes they do. They escape. And then she knows how to work with them and get them back in their pens and back in the barn. And so she's actually part Kelpie, if you've ever heard of that breed before, which is a cattle dog. So she knows how to work with livestock, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, so those are my doggies. All right, you guys have anything else you want to tell me before we go? That's a no? That's a no? Okay. Well, you guys did great today. Have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.